Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to BNN. So now for the second segment of this video, a girl came forward to me on Instagram saying that she had also dated Kennedy Njogu and they had been dating since October 15th until December 28th. She even sent me screenshots of their WhatsApp conversation and she sent the whole thing. It was so many screenshots, I think almost 90. And I had to go through some of them. So with this information, I believed her story. So the story goes like this. They actually met on Tinder. They matched. It was after, I don't know, 3-4 sentences, the guy got his number. And I even asked this girl, how did you give your number so fast? And she said she was high at the time. From the WhatsApp conversations, they seemed like they really liked each other and they enjoyed each other's companies. But it all came to an end when this girl found out that this man had a child and wife. And this is her story.
Okay, so me and Ken met on Tinder. We met on September, yeah. Tukakutana on September. We never talked because hakuwa ningia kwa app sana. So on 15th October, he borrowed me my number, then he chatted me on WhatsApp. So tumekuwa tukiongea blah blah blah. And a certain day then nikamwambia ni birthday ya cousin yangu, so we meet. Tukaenda Memphis, me and my cousin. Then we had fun, blah blah blah. So this guy tells me twende kwa room. I was like, kwani hauna nyumba yako? Then he told me, my brother and my sister are there. Na, it's too early. So me, because I was drunk, tukaenda. Upon reaching kwa hiyo hotel, he paid. I took a shower and stuff. So I came to bed. So I asked him, do you have condoms? Then this guy tells me, apana. And then I was like, how do you expect this to go on? I was like, me honestly trust you, blah, blah, blah. So me na ujinga yangu, we did what we did. Raw sex. So in the morning he gives me 10,000 and I was like, fuck, how? Anyway, so in the morning he gives me 10,000 and so I go. And then after 3 days we talk and he tells me, I hope you tested for HIV. I was like shocked. I told him up and then he told me test. So I tested na nikamtumia results. Hizo zenye nimekutumia hapo, nikamtumia result. So my guy hapa tukwa tunaongeanga sana. Then ikafika place nikasema nataka kujua mtu ni nani. So because this name sounded familiar kiasi, I was like sijui nishamsikia. So yeah, I googled him, Kennedy Njogu. Then I saw, fuck, this guy is married. He's married to this girl from Switch. Najaribu kuangalia picha huyu dem, nashanga nishaimwona wapi. Then I googled her. I went to Instagram, I googled her and I was like shook. Udem alikuwa na tukiwa watoi. So I asked him, I confronted him. Still hangeniambia ako married. All he said was we was separated and stuff, blah blah blah. Then ile siku tu tukitext kuza kwanza from Tinder, I asked him, do you have a kid? He says no, I'm only 29, sina mtoto, sina baby. And then now here naona kuna mtoto na uko na bibi. So this guy tukaanza kukuwa na issues. So kama ni kunitumia do, hangenitumia na M-Pesa. He played his card so well. So angekuja a drop pesa where I work, then he goes. You see, he will give me like 5,000, 10,000, blah blah blah. Fika place, tukachanga kuongea, mi nikachanga kumuongelesha, nikakat stories. So recently he came back. So if I put a picture on WhatsApp, he would be like, damn, sijui nini mambo mob. Okay, sawa. So jana, me and him, mi nilikuwa nimelala around 12. Then he texts me and he tells me, hi, uko wapi? And I tell him, then he tells me, wacha nikukall. So he calls me, he tells me, kama unipate hapa TRM. It was around 1:30. Take an Uber, I'll send you money. Then I told him, sawa. He never sent me money because I knew atanipe tu cash, apendi kutumia mtu. Sijui kama ni evidence anaogopa za M-Pesa. So I took an Uber, nikaishia. Kuishia akalipo mtu wa Uber do. Then I told him, refund me my money. So he gives me 2,000 for Uber. Okay. So tukakunywa blah blah blah. He was there with his friend. Then his friend tells me nitafutie msichana kama wewe, and I'm like, bro, msichana kama wewe kama mimi nitatoa wapi? Hakuna, we are not twins, so let that slide. So me enter in his Mercedes KCS, enter in his car, then we go. I ask him tunaenda wapi, and then he tells me we are going to our usual place. I was like, okay, sawa. Mind you, mio, yani deep down my heart nilikuwa najua nanyesha, so I knew nothing was going to happen. So I wanted to give him a taste of his own medicine. So yeah, tukaingia, akalipa Sagas Hotel. Akalipa, sijui if it was 2,500 or 3,500, I don't even know. He paid. I enter, I take a shower, then he start kissing me and stuff. He was like, babe, you know, I've missed you so much. I want to make things right. I want to make you my girlfriend. Oh, blah, 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 blah. I was looking at him like this. Nigga, you don't even know me. Okay. Then he was like, kwa nini hutaki nikushika? I was like, you know, me by the way, I'm on my periods na zimeanza leo, so there's nothing we can do. Tells me, me, don't care, me, I'll swim there inside. I was like, apana, you cannot swim hapa. So attitude yake all of a sudden akaanza kunipe tu marohoroho mbaya mbaya. I was like, hiyo ni shida yako, me by the way, I don't even care. I was here to see you. And yeah, so we sleep. And he starts touching me. I ask him, Ken, do you have a wife? He tells me, I told you, me and her separated kitambo. I was like, really? Juicy saw on her Insta stories, you was there. She was serving you dinner, and then he was like, sio me by there, I don't even have a black shirt. I was like, sawa, let it slide. Ika slide. He tells me, so I'm not going to touch you. Hiyo siku mzima Vanessa spent so much money on you. I was like, hakuna shida hata kama you spend so much money. I told him, hata kama ume spend so much money on me, hey man, just because I'm on my period, we can have sex. So yeah, we sleep. He was so mad. So in the morning around 5, he tries to sneak. So I turn like this because I had slept with all my clothes at the bra. I turn like this, nikamwona kwa mlango akitoroka. I was like, bro, simama hapo, where are you going? He was like, me, I'm going because I have work. I told him, remember your last lie, jana uliniambia hauko kazi leo, so you're just running away. I was like, apana, me, I'm on a heart, me, I want to go home. I was like, okay, let me wear my shoes, take my coat, and then we go. I'll order an Uber. He tells me, sawa, do your thing, we talk. So we talk. He gives me 2,000 for Uber cash. So yeah, I take my Uber and go back home. So when I was in the Uber nikikam home, so yeah, akanitumia akanitext akaniambia, I think we shall not meet again, sijui nini. Akaanza my feelings, okay bye, sijui blah blah blah. I can't remember hizo text nimekutumia. So I told him, bro, si lazima to do. And then he was like, nah, not because of that, sijui nini. Then he calls me, I've spent so much money on you and hata siwezi kushika, oh blah blah blah. I was like, bro, chill, you have issues with your inner self. He's like, deuces. So I block him, and yeah.
So this is the third segment of the video, and in this there was even another girl that Kennedy was involved with. A girl came forward to me on my Instagram telling me the story of how she has been dating Kennedy since 2017 until 2019. It's been an on and off relationship, but she had this to say in our conversation on Instagram. I met Ken in mid-2017. We were on and off from 2017 to September 2019. Before I found out his cheating ways, I thought he was the funniest and most caring boyfriend ever. All through 2017 to 2019, he passed off as a single guy with a daughter. Not even for a moment did I suspect something was amiss. This is because he introduced me to some of his friends, his brother, his best friend, and the wife, who referred to me as his girlfriend. Also, I frequently slept over at his place, and I never found anything to indicate that he lived with a woman. He only had photos of his daughter on the wall. So trouble started, I think, in July, when a friend sent me a photo of the cover of Parents magazine, the one with Matubia and the daughter's photo. I confronted him about it, and he brushed it off, saying that Matubia was lying about them being happily married because she was a celebrity and wanted to protect her image, and that they had separated for a year and there were no prospects of them getting back together. Being the naive girl that I was, I forgave him for lying to me and chose to move on. Then on, our relationship was not the same. We called it quits around September. In my defense, I never knew he was married, and this is not made out of malice, that's my truth. And then I asked her, Can I have this in audio, please? And waiting for the pictures and M-Pesa and everything you got to back this up. She then sent me all the receipts she had, M-Pesa transaction, WhatsApp messages, pictures, and the girl had everything. And this is her story.
Hello. Well, we met in 2017 through Instagram. He DM'd me and we would chat. Yeah. Then after a while, we decided to meet up, and that's when he would come to my school and pick me up, bring me gifts, flowers, and take me out on dates, So that's how we met, and the relationship became really nice. And 2 months into the relationship, he told me about his kid. He told me he has a daughter, and he separated with his baby mama in 2016. That is the information he gave me. So I knew that he had a kid. That's 2 months into the relationship, and that he had no intimacy going on between him and the baby mama. They were just co-parenting. Yeah. I did not know they were separated since this March, because when he told me about the kid, he told me that they were separated in 2016. So that is all I knew. We broke up in 2019 September. This is after we were on and off for a while. And this was because every time we would break up, he would be manipulative emotionally and very convincing, since he's manipulative, and sometimes he'd threaten about suicide and guilt trip you emotionally to think that you're the one who's wrong, so you get back together. Plus there are times when during his manipulation, he'd make you think that he's really genuinely sorry about what he's done or something. So you'd have pity and you'd think twice as a woman and be like, yeah, I'm sorry, I forgive you, we could give this a try again, and you'd think this guy is a genuinely nice person because he's being honest with me. But I started finding out the reason why we actually broke up in 2019 was I had first found out about his wife then during the interview she had in the Parents magazine, and I confronted him about it. And that's when he now started coming clean and saying they're just separated. All she said in the magazine was a lie. So they've been separated, and the reason why they separated was something about her being disrespectful. I don't really know most of it because I didn't want to get involved in their marriage life. That is not in my place, but that was the reason he gave. And then after that, things became complicated with, of course, insecurities about other women and stuff. So, of course, I never really had a concrete evidence that he had other women, but, it was among the complications after that. So later on, we decided to break up. The explanation he gave of him not being happily married, well, I don't have all the details because I really do not like getting involved in things that are not in my place to get involved in. So the reason I'm telling my story now is because I, first of all, never intended to be a side chick or someone who's just a playmate for somebody, a play toy, especially a married man. I want to be in a relationship where I'm respected, where I'm the only one who matters. And if I was married, I would not want my husband going out there doing things I would not agree with, So I'm telling my story to help ladies and women out there who think they're the main thing and then they're being disrespected out there, especially the wife. This is also to help her. I can imagine she's thinking, yes, we're together, we're trying to solve our issues in the marriage and take care of the kid. Where else this husband of mine is going out there to sleep with other women, I would not feel right about that. I would love somebody to tell me about it. And also, it's also to help other women to be careful about who they interact with, to make sure before they decide to be in a serious relationship with somebody, they must have done their own background check and ensured that everything this person's claim to be them is true. Because a person can tell you, word of mouth is word of mouth. But when you actually have evidence that this person is genuinely this type of way, you can be able to make your next decision, you step forward. So I just want to ensure women out there are not disrespected, are not seen as gains and levels or upgrades that people can play with anytime, change like cars. And it's just annoying. We're in a different age right now where I can't take it as myself, and I believe women out there as well cannot take it. You want to be taken serious, you want to be respected, and I would want everybody to be respected. So if my story is heard and it helps a lady out there, that would be very, very, very enlightening. Yeah.
I think girl 2 said it very well. I think no one actually starts out wanting to be a side chick, but all of a sudden the man lies to you and you end up finding out that he has another family and is married, and you just find yourself on the losing end being in love with a married man. And when you actually catch them in their lies, the relationship breaks down. In this story, their defense is that they've been separated, but is it really okay to date other people when you're separated? Isn't the person still married? And the fact that they keep breaking up, going back to each other, breaking up, going back to each other, but they still maintain that they're still married. And in girls 2 situation, she has been dating him for the last 2 years. So you cannot tell me they've been separated for 2 years. As by Jackie Matubia's confession, they've been separated since March, and I think they're now together because people have seen her in her Instagram stories that she was together with their hubby during Christmas. And from this screenshot, you can see that he told this girl that he was waiting for 3 years to divorce her and he didn't want anything to do with his wife. So ladies, respect yourself. Do not let a man make you a fool. Anyway guys, that's all from me. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.